We've got to move, guys. Relying on businesses will only get you so far. We can't just let the world fall to the wayside. We need to encourage more care. Encourage businesses to act more, to do better for our world. If we don't make it matter, who will? Businesses listen to us. If we're not saying anything, they're not going to act. So we need to speak up. Now, businesses are primarily self-serving, right? So the way that we encourage them to act is by directly impacting them if they don't. Just like the rest of us, if we're comfortable, we won't move. And it's always going to be down to us to get them to move. If we want harmful practices to come to a close, then it starts with us, by not buying into the harmful practices. The earth has been magma and ash before. Do we really want to revert it back to that? There was a time when we had slaves. Do we want to go back to that? I'd think not. But that is where it will head if we don't act, if we don't speak up. And doing so only benefits us. It raises the bar higher. It sets a minimum. And I want to emphasize that. We're setting a minimum, not a maximum. We're setting a minimum, not the standard. The standard could be really high, but if the bar's on the floor, they can revert at any minute. They can choose to go lower. They can't do that with a minimum. If we hold the bar high, they can't go lower. They can only go higher. Which is why we should be constantly raising the bar. As the world changes and develops, as it up-levels, so should the bar. I mean, it only makes sense that as we become capable of more, that the minimum that we expect, that we accept, rises with it. In an idyllic, utopian world, do you think the bar would be low? There's got to be something in place to maintain it. If you invite someone over to your house and the only rule you've got is to wipe your boots of the mud that you've got on them before you enter the home, then you're hoping that no one else makes a mess in some other way, right? You're hoping that they do better than that. If you set out a plethora of rules, if you have a list of rules, like washing your hands, wiping the mud off your boots, no making a mess, etc., 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 right? Then you're setting the expectation. And if something doesn't meet expectations, then there are consequences. Businesses are powerful, but they're nothing without you. When you buy from a business, you're saying everything that you do is acceptable and of value to me. So if you stop or go elsewhere, you're saying the opposite. And I understand if you're thinking, if I stop buying, then I won't get what I need, because everywhere's kind of like that. But that's exactly why we need to raise the bar. That's exactly why we do need to say something, so we can change that. Businesses can do better. They just need us to set the bar. And until that's done, we do risk that stagnating or dropping further, which only harms everyone. It does take effort, but everything that's worth it does. A good relationship requires effort. If you want to build a good skill or complete work to a good standard, it takes effort. Similarly, if you want a better world and better lives, it takes effort. Good business requires effort, but it's always worth it long term. And right now, we're in the opportune spot to make a difference. Right now, the world is changing. This could be one of those changes. Wouldn't you like a change like that to happen? We could set things in motion right now for it to benefit us all. Wouldn't you like to see that? The positive impacts made by speaking up, the lives we could be leading, how much better things could be. Wouldn't it be worth it to experience that? I'd like to. A better world sounds pretty good to me. A more ethically run world. Better lives. With added value and purpose. Wouldn't it be good? A better quality of living. Knowing wherever you work intrinsically helps someone. That wherever you buy helps someone. That it doesn't harm anyone. It only helps. It seems like a step in the right direction to me. What do you think? Time for a change? Is it time for us to move? I think it's time to move. If you think the same, DM me on Insta.